Arizona Congressman Andy Biggs was on the call with Budget Director Russ Vought today. He joins us now. What does our Dark Knight Rising Russ Vought have in store for really permanently trimming the ranks of the federal bureaucracy? Congressman, can you give us some insight? Because Larry Kudlow said 800,000 jobs are vulnerable to permanent firing.
Well, Russ wasn't that specific as to how many they were going to terminate, how many jobs they were going to terminate. But what Russ was talking about was he said, look, here's the deal. You've got non-essential employees that even their agency has determined they're non-essential. So maybe that's where you look first. And that's something. And he said, also, you got all these grants. Well, there's no way to fund grants right now. So maybe some of those grants go away too. And by the way, Dagan and James, I call this new federalism or intuitive federalism, because what it's going to do is as he shrinks this footprint, and Russ has got more rescissions coming. He's got more plans up his sleeve for this type of stuff. As this happens, these responsibilities go back to the state where they were meant to be all along anyway. So Russ is a smart guy, and the Democrats are paying him some demon. But if you know Russ Vought, he's just a very studious guy, quiet, thoughtful guy. But he just happens to know the budget probably better than most anybody else in the country. And so I'm glad he's on our side.
Okay, but then he knows how large the deficits are. He knows that we now have over 30 trillion of publicly held debt. That 800,000 number, I think 750,000 is the number officially of employees who are not accepted, meaning they're not needed to protect life and property. Given Washington's spending problem, debt problem, this does seem like a moment to ask. If you're not needed now to do the things government is needed to do, send out the Social Security checks, defend the country, protect life and property, what is the argument for keeping those 750,000 employed?
Well, I suppose the argument was right behind Mr. Raskin, who you played in your tease there, where he's standing with all of the labor unions for government bureaucrats. And I guess that's the rationale to keep those employees, is because they're members of a government union. But the bottom line is the Democrats have played a game of chicken here, because they would rather fund illegal aliens' health care than actually get the government right-sized. And so I think that you're going to see some people lose their jobs. I really do.
And I just want to point out before we move on that the continuing resolution from the Democrats does indeed put back in place, it undoes a reform the Republicans passed in the One Big Beautiful Bill that got rid of a financing loophole that directly allowed states to cover the cost of putting illegal immigrants on Medicaid using federal taxpayer dollars. It was a scheme, a money laundering scam. You got rid of it, and the Democrats are trying to put it back. So when you say they want to insure and provide health insurance to illegal aliens, that is a FACT truth. Moving on.
Yep.
Little Miss Self-Important. Go ahead, real quick, Congressman.
I was going to just say, that's page 57, section 2141. It's right there.
Yeah.